The ultimate account maintenance automation for Mailvio. Welcome to this video. In this video, I'm going to take you through the ultimate account maintenance automation, which is the first step from the lead loss prevention system. This particular step is the foundation of everything because it's going to help you continuously and in real time place your recipients, your contacts, your subscribers into the right buckets. And having them in the right buckets is extremely important for the following two steps. So in this kind of video, I just wanted to take you through the automation so that everybody knows what's going on and what it will do. First thing that is most important for you to understand is that no emails will ever be deleted from your Mailvio account. So you don't have to worry about that. You can always bring them back. They will, however, be moved into different groups, which is necessary, of course, for specific follow-up actions. But let's get into it. So first of all, this automation is started and it reacts based on your sending behavior. So the trigger here is when a contact is sent any campaign, so basically any email. Then it gives a 1 day delay, and then it checks if that particular campaign was opened, or any campaign actually, to be honest. So here you can see that any campaign was opened at least once. So this makes the differentiator between people who have engaged with your emails at least once, no matter when that was, or people who have never engaged with your emails. That's a pretty big differentiator to make, because these contacts that have never um, engaged with your emails are very bad for you to keep emailing, uh, depending on how long they have been with you. Like, I mean, if they're just brand new and they just joined your list, then it's normal, of course. But if you have leads that you have been emailing regularly for multiple weeks, these leads are, it's a strong word, but like they're cancerous, because they will affect leads that do want to see your emails and do engage, but they lower your reach with the ISPs, and so it basically kills your deliverability, which is of course what's really important here. So let's give a look at that particular bucket and how that works. So first it checks if a person opened anything. Then it checked if they have clicked anything. This is basically just a double check, just to make sure that there wasn't a weird situation where the opening wasn't tracked, but the click was. So that's why we always double check. If it was clicked, it goes back to over here to this bucket. So if the person, the contact, hadn't opened anything, hadn't clicked anything, we're going to wait here until the campaign was opened. Any campaign was opened. So you're going to be emailing them in the meantime. And what I'm doing here is I'm basically waiting for any campaign to be opened or 30 days later. So there's a 30-day delay, or if something gets opened, that person gets moved over here instantly. So 30 days is very generous time, and to be honest, this should be 7 days. However, because we have a lot of different types of customers, some people email every day, and some people only email once a week or even less sometimes, which is also not the greatest thing to do. Like, I would strongly advise you to email more if that's the case for you. But yeah, if you are emailing every day, you should lower this number to 7 or 14. 7 being the best one. So because we're going to push this to everybody, we're going to leave this to 30 to be safe. Like, if you don't email your audience at least once a month, you're just doing email marketing wrong, and you need to change that first. But yeah, so that's kind of the ultimate limit there. Then directly after that happens, we have another check if any campaign was opened. So maybe it moved on here because something was opened, because that's what it's waiting for here. If so, we make a redirect back to this place. If not, we're going to go over here. Then we do the double check again. if to see if there was any click at all. If yes, we're going to go back to there again. And if not, we're going to do check here that says the date last updated of this particular lead is X days or 60 days or more in the past. So that checks if there has been any updates to that particular lead in the last 60 days. And if it was more than 60 days, we're gonna consider this lead a dead lead. So again, this is extremely generous because 60 days is too much, to be honest. But it's just to make sure that everything is covered, and even for the lower active people, basically. So normally, if you're emailing your audience every single day, you should change this to 30 days, right? This to 30 days, this to which one? That was the other one over here. This one, like 7 or 14 days. Those are the ideal settings. But if you're not very active, you can leave it to 30 and 60 days. So that's just a decision you'll have to make for yourself. Then we unsubscribe this person from all groups, and then that means this particular contact is going to be moved to your deny list. It's just kind of the action, what happens if you unsubscribe from all list. Again, this does not mean the contact is deleted. It's still in your count. It won't count anymore towards your contact limits, by the way, but it's still there. But yeah, it will be out of your regular email sequence, basically. Then we remove it from the deny list so that there's a chance for that person to come back in when he gets revived. Then we copy that particular lead to that contacts group so that you know, okay, all these contacts over here haven't been engaged at all, and I should consider them that contacts, but they're still there. You can still decide to do whatever you want with them. I just very strongly recommend to not email them anymore using Mailvio. Then over here, if it's less than 60 days, again, we unsubscribe from all groups. Then we remove it from the deny list because this action, again, puts that contact into the deny list. Remove from the deny list, then we copy it to a new group called reactivation. And then we set the contact as active status inside of the group reactivation. So that basically means that particular contact is removed from all groups that you have in your account, and then it's added to reactivation group and activated in that group. So obviously in step 2 of the lead loss prevention system, we're gonna do a specific reactivation sequence or automation. And that's why we put them in this particular group, and then we will manage it from there, basically. And that's the end of that side. Now let's have a look at the other side as well. It's pretty similar, but it just has some extra checks. So over here, as you can see, we wait here until last opened is X days, so this is going to be 60 days, more than 61 days. And then the same here for clicked. So we're basically waiting until that happens. So you can see quite a lot of leads here because that's completely normal, because we're just waiting if they go over that limit, basically. We don't want them to go over the limit, but at some point, chance wise, it's likely that this will happen. Like there's lead churn, and then over time, every lead churns at some point. Well, most of them anyway. But if they don't, fine, nothing happens. So double check here again on opened and clicked. We have a 1-day delay, and then we unsubscribe from all again. So that again, that means the contact will go to a deny list for a little bit. Then we do a check here if to see if the last opened was less than 120 days. So 120 is kind of the limit here for people who have been active in the past and have engaged in the past. So again, the right side is people who have never engaged, like they never showed any sign of life, not opens, not clicks, anything, right? Here at the left side, we have people who have shown engagement before, but they for some reason stopped engaging. Maybe you lost reach, or maybe they lost interest. You can't predict that, obviously. But here, what we do is, we check if it's less than 120 days. If it's more than 120 days, so that's the red side here, then we will consider it a dead lead again, and we copy it to the dead contacts group. removed from the denial list, so that we open up the door so that they can be revived again, and that's the end of the flow. And then on this side, we remove it from the denial list again. We copy it to reactivation, and we put the lead active into reactivation group again, so that we can do our reactivation automation. And that's the end as well. So important is that in this particular automation, people can be re-added. So they being re-added on a pretty consistent basis. As soon as they reach an end, and you send an email again to that person, it gets re-added again. So that's obviously a very important loop, because this automation is about putting people in the right buckets on a continuous basis in real time. Very, very important foundation to keep your account healthy and managed. So that's it for this particular automation. It's step one on the lead loss prevention system. Lead loss prevention system has been installed for a significant group of people now, and it's just working extremely well. The first two steps, which will be added to everybody's account for free, is already responsible for around 50% of the leads that were about to, disappear, churn, to be saved, using, this as step one, and the reactivation automation as step two. So it's extremely effective. It's just 4 emails. It will protect your account reputation by not emailing inactive, unengaged people too much. And then step three is optional, which will be a paid service on top of the normal Mailvio subscription. And then we basically take that leads out of the Mailvio system. We push them into a cold email infrastructure that we set up 100% for you, and automate and connect and everything. Then we try to revive them there, and if we're successful, then they get moved back into your Mailvio account. So it's just another, like a secondary reactivation, but from a different system, so to not hurt your reputation, because there's a higher risk there. But up until this moment, like the actual results have been improving, like getting better over time, which is really, really good to see. But we're preventing churn for over 75% on KV Social's email account, for example. That's Neil Napier. So it's just working extremely well. And I would highly recommend you to implement this. And everybody gets step one and step two, which is already 50% churn reduction for your subscribers, which is a huge deal for your email marketing results. And we're giving that away for free to all the Mailvians. All right, thank you so much for watching this video. I will shoot a similar video for the reactivation automation and for step 3 as well. All right, thank you. Cheers.